Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be what do I have in my hairstylist kit. As you all may know, I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I just kind of wanted to share that side of my world with all of you guys and why I'm on YouTube and everything. I'm on YouTube because, of course, I am a licensed cosmetologist, so I am educated. I do have experience, and because I love anything beauty. I love makeup. It's been, like I've said before, a childhood passion up till now, and it's just gotten bigger and better. I love everything that has to do with style, jewelry, just everything, perfumes, just everything that accents the woman, that represents the woman, that says I'm a woman, I'm feminine. You know, I love everything that makes the woman look beautiful and feel beautiful. And so, and part of that is being a hairstylist. As you know, we're educated in hair, nails, and makeup, and much more. It's a whole lot that you're educated on. You have to study anatomy. You have to pass a lot of anatomy tests. You have to know a lot of chemistry. You have to just have really, starting off with a natural knack for a vision of art within the hair and the makeup and the nails, and then of course you get educated on this whole beauty world, and then you have to go to state board and take a humongous test that is very nerve-wracking. But I must say, at the end of I was really good with tests. When I was in school, I got 100 on every test, and not to toot my own horn, but that's just me. And when I'm into something, I'm really dedicated, and I want to give it my all. So it meant a lot to me just not to get a passing grade. I wanted to get a good grade, so that it was a confirmation to me that I was doing good, that I'm really learning, and that I got it. And so when I went to state board, I knew that I wouldn't do bad at all. But it's the most nerve-wracking test in the world. They're right on your back. They watch you like a hawk. They're counting and discounting every point. If possible, they're huge into sanitation, even more than you really perfecting what you're doing. It's about safety for the client and yourself, but more for the client. And of course, following directions. They want to know if you can read something and follow directions from A to Z. They want to make sure that you have the idea of what you're doing, even if it's not the most ultimate best, but that you have an idea of what you're doing and you know what you're doing. And so that's why it's the most nerve-wracking test. It's a test that starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you're responsible to making sure you have everything you need. It's not their responsibility. If you're missing something you didn't notice, it's your fault. It's not theirs. So just trying to remember and be nervous at the same time. I remember I got really quiet. There was a picture taken of me in the hotel room. When I'm focused, I don't want to talk. I just want to keep everything I know in my head. I just want to dedicate my whole attention to what I'm there for, and that's what I did. I couldn't even talk. I got in, got my stuff. You can't even turn the book until they tell you go. You can't turn the next step until they tell you go. So it's all about knowing what you're doing, focusing, following directions, and just being into sanitation. I mean, that's like really key. And so I knew I would do super well on the written test, and I did. The physical test, I knew I would do well because I knew what I was doing and I was good at it. But just the fact that they were right behind you, I could feel the lady breathing on my shoulder. At one point, she even told me, "You can breathe," you know. And I'm like, I didn't realize I wasn't even breathing. And so, and just the fact that I didn't want to have worked so hard physical and studying, and this meant the world to me for by one little thing to not get my dream, which was my license. And so I think that was a nervousness. And it was like a whole day thing. You do your physical all morning, and then you have a break, and then you go and do your written, and then you're waiting. It's a waiting game. And then all of a sudden they start calling people who got their license, and they were just calling people, and they were getting low on the pack, and I was like, oh my God. And finally she called my name, and when she did, I couldn't even move. I didn't know if I wanted to, sorry to say this, but throw up or pass out all at the same time. And I was just shaking because I was so happy and so proud, but it was just like, whew, something I don't want to ever go through again. And so I I remember walking up to the counter and I couldn't even sign my license because my hand was shaking so bad. And she was like, just take your time, you know, congratulations, all this good stuff. So my license means the world to me. I mean, I put my heart and soul into my education and to that license, and I renew it every 2 years. You know, you have to do that. Your license is every 2 years. And if you don't renew it, what happens is you have to go through state board all over again. So I will renew my license for the rest of my life because this meant everything to me and I worked really hard for it. So of course I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. And it's something that I'm going to be doing professionally for the rest of my life and personally. So just want to kind of to share that world with you, and you know, let you know that, you know, this is part of my beauty life, you know, being a beauty guru, and that it's really real. I'm not joking. I think in one of my videos, I believe my first video, my makeup collection video, I show my beauty college diploma and my license, and so it's real. But I wanted to show you my case. I carry my stuff in something like this. I got this actually in beauty college. I ordered it. They have different vendors that come, and you can order everything from products to equipment. I got my certificate in ear piercing. I mean, every piece of education and thing I could get a hold of, I did. When I was in beauty college, they supplied you with most stuff, but I didn't want to be like sharing and dependent on that. So I spent a lot of money, not only into my education, but a lot of money into to have every product of my own. So I had it with me at all times. It was mine, all the way from perm, every perm rod size you can have, every brush, every shampoo, every conditioner, every ear piercing, every makeup thing that you needed, every nail. I had the UV ray machine. Nobody had it. My husband bought that for me as a gift, and I just wanted everything and everything to be mine, so I was ready at all times. That's just the kind of person I am. I don't like to just depend and share and, you know, just settle for less. So the vendor came from Centrix. And if anybody is a hairstylist, you know Centric is one of the top of the line shear company. They make the shears for hairstylists. So they came and had this awesome deal. They had this case, and so you could do like freelance work or just in your beauty college or your profession, wherever. And it also came with an awesome blow dryer, which I still have to this day. It was just awesome for a very good deal. That's one thing you got, is good deals in beauty college. So I still have it to this day, and that was 14 years ago. So what I have in the case is I cut my family's hair at home, everything. And what I have, the main thing I have is my shear case. So it comes in that. And I invested a lot in shears. I had the basic shears when I was in beauty college, but when I started to work, it wasn't one of my first salons to work, but I worked for Supercuts, and the one thing that I do love about Supercuts, I would never work there again, but the one thing I did love about Supercuts is they offer so much advanced training. I mean, when you come from beauty college, you have the basic education, and unless you're like me, that I just wanted to learn more, not just the basics, so I kind of dipped my hand more into learning more stuff. But you really need advanced training, because in beauty college you kind of learn angles of haircut, like a 30-degree angle haircut, a 90-degree angle haircut. But when somebody comes in the salon, they're not going to say, hey, can you give me a 90-degree haircut? You're going to be like, they're going to say, can you give me a haircut like Rachel on Friends? Can you give me a haircut like this celebrity, that celebrity, or like in this magazine? And they'll bring you magazines. And you have to know how to be able to connect the angle to the actual name of the haircut, and have that whole vision for like where you are and where you're going to. And that's where you have to have that natural artistic ability and your education. You have to be educated, just has to be. And so I got a lot of advanced training in coloring, advanced training. They would send me to different cities. We even went to a different state. We would have these seminars, and you can't go on the floor until you do like 2 weeks of hair cutting training. And they send somebody out to the salon, and they're there with you for 2 weeks, and they go through every haircut pretty much possible, and the whole entire technique from A to Z, and you have to master it before you go out to the actual, you start with dolls, but then you actually have to get models, and then you're on the floor, and then they'll come back and do coloring. So they'll send you out to another city and give you advanced training in color. So by the time I ended my stay with Supercuts, I was even teaching. I was teaching all the new hirees. I became the manager of the salon. I was teaching all the new hirees hair cutting and some coloring, and then also sending them out for their advanced training with the higher ups and stuff like that. And so one of the other things that Supercuts had that I liked is they had programs where you could buy shares at half the price, and they would only take like $10 out of each check, or 20 or more if you wanted to go faster. But you actually could buy $800 to $1,000 shares or even more. And so I wanted the best of the best. And so I got Centrix, which is one of the high-end brands of shears. And so I would order like 2 at a time and then pay it off real quick. And then it would be a shear that would be $800. I would get it for $400. If it was $1,000, I would get it for $500. So it was an amazing program that they offered that I really appreciate. And so I just got 2 at a time, and I just kept getting shares to, I ended up having like $3,000 in shares. And so that's what I have here. And then I have my texturizing shears, which has the big teeth, thinning and texturizing shears. You could do both. This is the main Centrix, one of my first Centrix. You could feel it when you grab it. Once you grab it like that, you can feel the quality. When you cut the hair, you can feel and see the quality of the cut from being an expensive high-end shear. And I just love it. And then I got these, which we used to call these the butter ones, because they cut hair like butter. And then I have more here. I think I have like 4 Centrix shears and 2 thinning texturizing shears. This is my ultimate texturizing and thinning shears by Centrix. And then I have the razor cut. Now let me show you something about this razor cut. Not everybody can do the razor. You have to know what the heck you're doing, because you could really chop people's hair off. You have to know how to hold it. You have to know how to use it. You have to be really good at this before you use this. So I definitely recommend you get educated in that. And then you have another kind that's like a comb. Let's see if I still have it here. It's a comb one. I don't know what happened to my comb one, but I think I left it out when I was cutting my daughter's hair. These brushes I keep them for coloring, and also when I'm done cutting someone's hair, it makes it easy to clean off the shear, clean off the clipper guard, to clean off all your tools, and then of course disinfect them. So that's pretty much that. This is one of my first shears from beauty college. I kept it as memories, and you can tell the difference between this and this, because they give you, when you pay for your beauty college fee or tuition or education, you get a basic package of a lot of things that you'll need for everything that you do. And then, like I said, I went and got more stuff, advanced stuff for myself. You can see the quality between that. You could see it. I wish you could feel it. You could even hear it. This is a very cheap scissors, but they're just going to give you what's basically going to get you educated. And so I still have it as memories. And then, so I keep that. And in there, in here I keep like a polishing rag and the number to the guy that sharpens my shears. I can't even think of the word. So that's that. And then I have these are the clippers that we use in Supercuts, and you can also purchase those. They supply you with one to use at the salon, but you can also purchase them. I think they also now carry them at Sally's, if you want to look into that, or other beauty stores, but you have to have a license. In Sally's you don't have to have a license, but if you do have a license, you get their discount deal. You get the beauty Hairstylist price. At West Coast, you can only go in there if you have a license. This is a clipper. It's called the Classic 76, It cuts here more shorter and more precise than your normal wall clipper, which I'll show you that. So when you're using these and somebody comes in and says, oh, I want a 2 on the top, you do not want to use these, because this is a metal clipper. It cuts more shorter and more precise than you can imagine. A 2 on this will leave you almost bald. So you have to know what you're doing with this clipper here. I love it. It's quality. It's the top of the line. This is what I did learn with this in beauty college. It was the wall, and so I'm glad I got the wall education, because a lot of people are familiar with the wall. But when you get advanced training and you're advanced educated, they're going to give you the high-end stuff. And so I love my classic 76 clippers. And so they come in a red color, and then they end up in a blue color. And then, of course, I have 2 because I invested. I have 2 trimmers, actually. I had 2 clippers, and I gave one away as a gift, which person really didn't end up appreciating it, so whatever. These are the trimmers from the classic 76. I'm going to untie it so you can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. It's a lot of tying. Anyway, let me go a little faster. It's the amazing trim. It's the Auster, and that one is 2, but it's called the Auster Classic 76. So these trim your sideburns and your neckline really nicely. If you're edging on a fade, it also does that. I have this one this is the newer one came out, which is the blue color. The original was like this. You got to keep these up. I make sure that they're oiled, that they're clean, that they're disinfected, that they're oiled to keep them up. They can last a lifetime if you really take care of them, and I will do that. But it's good to know that if I ever needed a new one, I could do it, but they are very expensive. They're not cheap. They're like, I don't know, they might be a little cheaper now, but back then they ran like $300 something. And each guard, not on the trimmer, but on the clipper, they run like $30 to $40 a guard. And you need a lot of guards. So I really take care of my stuff. That's just the way I've always been all my life. And so this means a lot to me. This is my livelihood and my passion, so of course I'm going to take care of it. Then I carry, these are the guards. I have some extra package, some new ones. They're Ulster exclusive Chronic Salon style. This is the 1.5. This side is good for blending from the size that you use on the bottom to the size that you use on the top, and then you take your comb and you blend in between. That's what the 1.5 is used for. Then of course they have a 1, and then they have this one's just another one, but they have the silver and they have the black. So they have that, and then I have other guards. This is another 1.5 in silver. Then you have your 3/4, your 3.5. So it's just different sizes. There's a 2. Now this, like I was saying, a lot of people, the normal size on the top of a fade or a haircut, crew cut or a clipper cut is a 2 on the top on the wall. This is a 2, but this 2 and the wall 2 are nothing alike. You will leave somebody bald and they will just go crazy. So they're not even alike in any way, shape, or fashion. You have to know this clipper and these guards versus your wall big time. And so you have AAA, you have a AA size, and then of course we have these where we can clip on to the metal guard that can create the wall size. So you do have the advantage of the high-end quality, precise hair cutting guard, but you can add this and kind of create that close to a wall size guard. And so I have my oils. These are for my wall clipper. It's an oil to keep them conditioned and protected. I have another one here, so I have to make sure I have these. Then of course I have, let me go into the clipper, the wall clipper guard. I got this one. My clients were so used to the Auster Classic 76 clippers that I really didn't feel I needed the wall. But I thought after many years, I thought, okay, because the wall that they had over there, I don't know what happened to that. as soon as I started with Supercuts, I kind of let that go. But I went ahead and bought it. This is kind of brand new. I haven't had a chance to use it. It's color. All the guards are different colors. So you can tell, the person can even say, oh, it's the purple one, it's the yellow one. They have a guide, and then you have a guide. And then it's brand new. The clippers are like that. See if I can take it out just to show you. The wall is like that. And it's completely different from, Wall is a good brand, but it's nowhere near the high brand of an Austria Classic 76. It's just not. And it comes with some extra shears, which is nice. You could tell it's tight. It needs to be loosened. It's brand new. It's just not the quality of a Centrix. Of course, these are the guides, and it comes with the comb. Like I said, I just bought it, so when I get clients that are more familiar with the wall, I can say, hey, okay, I got the wall. We could do that if they're afraid to try the Classic, because I can teach them what they would need in a Classic 76 clipper and get them used to that. But if they're just like, you know, I'm so used to this, I want this, I do have the machine. I'm ready for that option as well. You want to make your client happy and comfortable. So I have that. Then of course I have a cape. I have one for kids too. So when I do kids hair, you have to really make the kids happy. I mean, hair cutting can be very scary. It can be the same as going to a dentist, maybe even worse, because they hear this machine in their ears and they think you're going to chop their head off, cut their eyeballs out. It's a scary experience. So what you want to do is definitely make your kid clients comfortable, make them feel safe, and say, hey, I'm going to take care of you. I'm not going to hurt you. You can see. And one of the things to start off with is a kid's cape. That way they get so into looking at the different characters and colors, they kind of forget that you're cutting their hair. And that's kind of what the dentist does, is he'll put like little stickers or little toys to take their attention away from what's about to happen in their mouth and kind of get them relaxed and excited. And the kids, this works like a charm. They really get into the colors and the dots and how many purple dots, how many blue dots, how many characters. Oh my God, they're so excited. So I definitely have to have that. And then I have my cape for the older people, and of course I like purple. I also have a black cape. I just washed it, so it's not in my case right now. And so I have that for the older people. And of course I have my Hairstylist cape. This is to protect your clothes from getting hair on it, or your clothes from getting color on it. And it's the super color cape. So I have that. And then I have to revamp my case too. I want to get cute aprons for myself and just kind of add to my little case here to make it even look cuter. And then oh, and ultimately, you know, I said I had the brushes, the color brushes, to clean off the clippers and stuff. This is charm. Remember I was telling you State Board is all about sanitation. You should have stuff, anything that touches the body, the neck, the face, anything. It has to be able to be sanitized. You can wash these and sanitize them. And then what you do is you put powder in here. You unscrew this. It's going to knock the powder out, but you unscrew this and you put powder in there. And what powder does is powder makes the hair that falls on the neck or the face unsticky, because hair sticks to the neck, especially if you're sweating because you have that cape on, you're getting your hair cut. So with the powder, you push the button here, and there's a button you push, and see how it just released powder? You go and you wipe the neck, the shoulders, the back, the neck and chest area, and the face, wherever the hair got on the client, and it just takes it away really easy, leaving the client not itchy, which is another thing. It kind of takes, because hair can make you itch, so it kind of takes the itch away from the client, and it has a nice beautiful powder smell, and it's not overwhelming. This is a must. I recommend it. I'm sure you could get it at any beauty stores. I don't know if you could get it in a regular store like Walmart. I've never seen it. I've only seen it in beauty stores. So that's that. And another key thing is I also have a liquid that I carry in my cabinet, but I'm going to start carrying a mini bottle here because it's a really huge bottle. I'm going to carry a mini one here, so when I go and do clients, it's to disinfect your shears. You put it in like a clear hard glass jar, and then you put your shears in there, and then you disinfect your shears, or if you have that time to do that, or you can just clean it off with this. We learned this from Supercuts. It's called the Andes Cool Care. Your clippers can tend to get hot as you're cutting hair if you're doing a really difficult fade or crew cut or flat top or whatever. Even cutting, you know, any cut with the clippers, the machine can tend to get hot and you don't want to burn your client. So you take in between, after you dust off and clean off all the hair, you'll spray it and it cools down the clipper or the trimmer. And it also is a 5-in-1. It's a coolant, it's a disinfectant, so it disinfects against any germs or even like diseases like hepatitis, even though I do recommend that you submerge your shears in a disinfectant as well. You could spray this and that will work perfectly, but I also come home and like to submerge it for a while and then clean them up. But you can't do that with clippers. You can't submerge them. So this is what you got, and this is amazing. This is perfect. So have no worries. It's a coolant, a disinfectant, a lubricant, a cleaner, and a rust preventative. This is the best thing you can buy if you're a hairstylist. You can put it in your case. You can carry it. It's not that expensive, especially if you're a hairstylist. You can get it at your discount price. I mean, it just does so much in one. I learned this from Supercuts. And so definitely go out and get it if you're a hairstylist. If you don't know about this, many hairstylists do. So if you don't know, please go get this. You need this for home, for going out there and cutting hair, for being in a salon. This is the thing that you want to use in between haircuts. You want to clean off your stuff so they're nice and clean and free from hair. And you definitely want to disinfect your stuff no matter who it is, whether it's family. I know my family is healthy, but still, I want to, if I protect other people that I don't even know with all my heart and soul, I'm going to definitely protect my family. So you just never know, because I'm cutting stranger and friends hair with that machine, and I'm going to come back and cut my family. So I have to protect my family. It just makes, it's common sense. Sanitation is huge with State Board, and I follow that rule to a T. You just, that's what it should be. That should be the #1 golden rule, is sanitation and protecting yourself and your clients and your family. So this is a definite must. And 1 second. So I just paused it for a few seconds because I really wanted you to see everything that I have. This is the disinfectant that I'm telling you about. It's the Hydrocide by Hydrox. It's the one that you want to put in a hard glass jar and keep it separate for your stuff. Keep all your stuff separate. Don't mix it. Hard glass jar. I used to keep it in my salon station. When I worked for Supercuts, I used to keep it in my salon station at beauty college. And you just you pour a little bit in there, or whatever. I think it tells you a certain amount that you can guide, but you kind of get, with time, you get the feel of how much you need. And then you submerge your shears in there and just leave them in there for at least 10 minutes, and then you rinse them off, and then you dry them and put your shears in their protective case, and you're good to go. This protects against hepatitis, HIV, just different things. It's a germicide disinfectant. That's what we were taught. So and I have whole faith, because you have to. A lot of people, and you know, they're not going to come and tell you that they have hepatitis. I mean, they don't want to be judged, and so I don't blame them. But at the same time, you know, you want people to be honest. And most of my clients, I had one that said, you know, I have hepatitis B or A, I can't remember what it was. Do you feel comfortable cutting my hair? And I said, sure, because I know how to protect you and me and the rest of my clients. I got my protectants, my stuff, so don't worry. And he felt so comfortable and so happy and really thanked me, and he became my regular client. And so I had to make sure I appreciated his honesty. I would hope that everyone would do that, because these are people's lives. These are people's health. Please, people, be honest. Don't be embarrassed. Nobody's going to judge you, and if they do, that's someplace you don't want to ever go back. So definitely that. And so then I have these where I could keep my clippers in, or anything else that I want to keep in, my oils, you know, anything like that. This is the other cape that just came out from being dried. This is, I always have 2 capes just in case. One I like to use, like the purple one is a good one for color, because it's more of the plasticky effect. This is more of a material effect, but you can still use color and it won't harm it. This is the last thing that I wanted to show you. I also bought this. You can put your shears in this, whether you have a you work in a salon and you're at a station, or you have your own station at home, or what have you. I don't want my time to run out, but you just stick your if you don't want to keep your shears in a case, you stick them in here. I don't know why this is a shorter shear, but it kind of sticks in there, just kind of hangs. And you could put several different ones. It's just not for one. You could put all your shears and hang them in there, so they're right at your station, kind of like that, and you don't have to be opening the case, closing it, reopening. You just, while you're working, wherever you're working at, whether it's at a salon, your home, or you're at someone's house cutting their hair, usually when you're at someone's house, you kind of go through the case. You don't, I'll bring this just in case. I can use it if I'm going to be going back and forth between different shears. So I'll bring it with me at all times. But you mostly kind of go out the case if you're freelancing out there. But if you're at a station, whether it's at home, at a salon, this is perfect. You put all your shears, they're already disinfecting, you're just pulling them out, and then after you disinfect them, you put them back in, and it's just an easy access instead of opening and reclosing the case. So that meant a lot to me. I've been to beauty hair shows, which are so exciting. I want to go. I haven't been to one in a long time. I really want to go to one. Again, kind of just update, buy some updated stuff, new stuff. All my stuff is forever. It's updated, it's great, it never will expire, go out. But you know, they come out with new things. I want to buy some more shears, I want to buy some more hair products, everything, tools, everything. So I haven't been to one in a long time. I really want to go. But anyway, my camera's going to be done. I really hope that was informative, let you get to know me a little bit better and know that I am a licensed cosmetologist, and this is my world. I am educated, I am experienced, and that this is a passion of mine. It's my world, and so I really take the time to be dedicated to it and to have everything that I'm supposed to have and more. And so there'll probably be an updated one once I go and get some more stuff and let you know. But I just thought I wanted to give you some information, get you to know me better, like I said, and what I'm about as far as a hairstylist and being a cosmetologist, and just maybe some informative information. So anyway, I really hope you like this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That will mean a lot to me, and you don't want to miss out on any of the videos I've already posted or I'm going to future post, which is going to be a lot, and it's going to be just an amazing ride. And so anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Into my next video. We'll talk again soon.